What's up, y'all? It's your boy Nick D.
Image all day.
C.O.N.V.O.S.
And this is Cocktails and Convos. So tonight looks a little different because we actually have a guest tonight. I'm going to let him introduce himself shortly, but we got to get the house cleaning out the way. Amaz, explain the drink that we are drinking tonight.
Yes,
we
please.
are just drinking a cherry popper. It has Jim Beam honey, whiskey, sour ginger ale, and maraschino cherries in the bottom, as you may see. I am a cherry girl, so mine is filled with cherries. And we also fixed a special drink here for Chris.
You'll find out more about that a little bit later.
So yeah, that's all it is. And the guys, they're enjoying it again.
Indeed, I am, ladies and gentlemen.
But we got Chris. He got the, Chris doesn't drink. So he's like, yo, can you guys make me a non-alcoholic version? So we got him the virgin.
The virgin version of
the virgin cherry popper.
It's just ginger ale and sour mix.
And cherries.
And cherries. So we just took the alcohol out of them because we respect the fact that some of our friends
who do not conduct bullying here at Cocktails and Convos.
or peer pressure, so we don't make him drink.
I appreciate that.
And speaking of cherry popping, tonight's trending word is
Cherry.
So if you hear the word cherry tonight, you gotta take a drink. We're gonna take a drink because we just said cherry.
Just because we just said it, just be happy to.
And speaking of cherry poppins, tonight's episode is about your first time.
Your very first time.
That first time.
Close your eyes and just say that to yourself and just go back. Whether it was good, whether it was bad, everybody had a very first time.
So we're gonna talk about that. So sit back, relax, pour you up a cherry popper, and this is Cocktails and Convos. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Nick D.
Image all day.
J-R-O-C.
And this is Cocktails and Convos. So we're talking about our very first time. Who wants to start
Are
about
you going
that?
to introduce our guest first or something?
Well, I was going to get to that in a
Yeah,
second, but
but
we
you- but-
have. It was a segue. It was going to be a good segue, but
alcohol.
we have a guest. My man Chris. Chris, tell the people about yourself and what brings you to the Cocktails and Convo Lounge.
I just wanted to be a part of it. Y'all doing good stuff on the show.
Awesome. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I wanted to be a trendsetter, just like all y'all right here.
Nice.
So hopefully I can come back and be on a couple more episodes if possible.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Chris.
Okay, I'm
Don't.
Y'all want to say? Sorry. You already think. Oh yeah, go back.
Racist.
Hey man, no, we're not racist. We don't condone racism on Cocktails and Convo, sir.
I'm too much of a...
I'm just making sure. Just saying.
No, we got you.
We got you.
you.
But anyway, your first time. Maj, you want to start? Because ladies go.
Ladies go first. This ought to be good.
No,
Because she got inappropriate friends.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, I wasn't always inappropriate.
Are you sure
Really?
about that?
Yeah.
No, Chris not jumping in. He follows her on Instagram. ladies and gentlemen.
No, I just watched it. Like I said, I watched the episode. You
If
said
he
like
do,
5
boy, he wouldn't be sitting right there.
Trust me, Chris.
Trying to
We have to
tell
talk,
you.
we'll talk off there.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't always been inappropriate. I will say this. I wish I would have waited.
That's what a lot of people say. But
I
I
wish
mean,
I would have waited. It was just bad and uncomfortable. And I waited. After the first time, I didn't do it again for like years.
wow. I've heard that before too,
That
though.
was a bad time.
Because
Then.
like I said, I wish I would have literally waited a little while longer.
But I mean, what made it bad? Was it the?
It just wasn't. It wasn't all it was cracked up to be. You know how people just make it sound like so fun and so this, that, and the third. And
So y'all didn't know what y'all was doing.
Or was
I
it?
definitely didn't know what I was doing.
Or was he like? I mean, was he hung down his knees?
No.
Flavor Flav?
No, I just wished it was. I just wish I would have waited.
Okay.
I really wish.
I mean, I've heard so many different stories, and a lot of people say it hurt.
It
and,
hurt.
Yeah.
It was uncomfortable. It was just a whole bunch of. Ugh. And so.
Okay. Sometimes you don't want to be a fly on the wall. That noise she just made. Cherry.
That cherry getting popped.
And so I just I chose after that, like, hey, I'm not gonna do this again until like I'm seriously like ready and prepared.
Okay.
So
J Rock.
Me, like for the people watching at home, my first time. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I don't want to reveal my age. I am in my late 20s, but I need y'all to be quiet in back the live studio audience.
Plus 10?
The year that Men in Black came out, it was the whole movie. We're gonna leave it at that, and it'll be a time that I'll never forget. I know
Now, how old were you when this movie came out in Men in Black? Men in Black came out like 97.
That was not. I mean, really, dude. I mean,
So that was like,
see what I'm saying right here.
That was like 20 years ago.
I said,
so were you like 6?
We're gonna talk after the show.
Were you like 6?
I was 17 years old when that Men in Black came out.
I'm
Yes.
glad your story wasn't like, well, I lost mine when I was 8, and I'm just gonna be with this girl.
I was just getting used to my erection when I was 8. I mean, you waking up with it like in the mirror. Hey, bro, guess what? I got one too. Man. When you 8 years old, you ain't doing nothing no 8 years. I don't care what nobody say.
You can do nothing but shooting dog water.
Exactly.
Okay,
you still pulling on it and waiting to snap back and everything. You ain't doing nothing no 8 years old.
So so with my situation, are we counting the first vaginal or are we counting first
intercourse?
Man, I was 7th grade. I got some head in 7th grade, man. Man, look, I was dating this white chick.
Yeah.
We were at an after school program. We all went to the movies, and she was, back then we was little kids like the red 40, yellow 5 type deal.
Mm-hmm.
So red 40 was supposed to make you get an erection. So she was like, "Here, eat this red candy." And so we're at the movie.
I ain't never heard that.
What?
So we're at the
Never.
movie. We're at the movie. I get a little erection. She's like, "Hold on, I'm gonna go down there real quick." And I was like, "What are you doing?" Because I'm 12 years old. I don't know what you do. And she's up there, moving her jaws. And she's like, "Did you feel anything?" And I was like,
Was this the last time? Remember when he said had the girl that couldn't feel anything?
They couldn't feel anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the same story.
but anyways,
This was yesterday, last week.
But my first vaginal situation was in college, man. There was a girl that I was talking to. She came by the house. My parents were at work, and I had an hour before I had to be back on campus. So she came back to the house, went to the room. She was all scared. She was like, "Oh my gosh, what's this on my hand? It's red stuff." Because I guess popped the cherry.
That cherry just went on out
she
there.
was so. You were her 1st,
Mm-hmm.
and that's so cute.
That's like somebody's mom. Oh, that's so cute.
Wow.
Well, yeah, that was my first time. So, I mean, it was
Now going back to what Iman said, in that same sense, do you wish you would have waited?
hell no.
I'm different, dog. I mean, you know how you always say, I'm Blake Devil's advocate. I don't wish I would have waited. I just wish it would have been with a different person. I think that's my biggest thing.
I mean, to me, I don't look at it like that. I mean, you learn from the head situation. Yes, I think I would have waited on that.
Yeah.
But the vaginal, nah. I'm glad I did.
Chris, what do you think? Let's talk to Chris.
First of all, I haven't had my first time yet. I'm still waiting. That is a choice.
Is that a
choice?
Whoa, wait a second.
Is there like a Hiroshima thing that we can get to blow up?
Like,
I'm sure everybody out there is like,
you didn't get one of them sex dolls, bro. Can we get you a sex doll or something?
No, we're gonna talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, dog.
Chris situation.
And I can respect that as a man coming forward and saying that he's never done it. I ain't got nothing but respect for you, dog.
I appreciate that.
Now, I just want to know the reason why.
It's a compilation of a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
First of all is my religion.
Man of God, I hear that.
Yes, I'm a man of God. Sex between man and wife. Also, back in middle school, I don't know if y'all remember, like the abstinence plays, the abstinence groups that would come and like.
Lord,
I remember
yes.
That would put the play on.
Those videos that didn't do nothing but make you horny. So yeah.
They didn't
Yeah, I
do that
know.
to me,
Yeah.
I
It
do
was
that.
very informative to me. They were like, they told me, I remember the girls, like, the characters. She's like, "Oh, it's like opening up your Christmas present before Christmas. You're not gonna be surprised when it happens.
Yeah.
You already know what to expect." And so I feel that my first time I wanted to be with my wife, and that way I don't have any expectations or I don't go in there having this bar raised.
Gotcha.
And I want it to be. low expectations, fewer disappointments. That's the way I look at it.
So take it from us. Yeah, when you first saw, yeah.
We were disappointed. I was disappointed.
Google
See,
is
also-
great. That's all I can say. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, you said that it hurt your first time, but I mean, what about y'all? Did it hurt your first time? For the guys, did it hurt your
I
first
ain't
time?
hurt, dog.
We'll be right back after this.
No, for me, it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt, but I mean, it didn't hurt, but you know,
I can't say it. Nah, it didn't
I
hurt.
don't think it would hurt you all. I think that it's probably a different discomfort, but for us, it doesn't hurt y'all. It's like it may be like of a, how can I explain this? Like putting.
How can she explain this?
oh gosh.
It's not the same way.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Because
it's more of us. We are.
y'all are going
forcing,
in while you're
yeah.
forcing something. That's why it hurts us. But you all may just feel like a warm sensation. I don't know.
Yes, warm sensation.
Warm sensation. That cherry just getting popped, boy. I tell you.
I'm about to make a toast.
So I don't know. But let me ask you this, since it's based upon like your religion and everything.
Okay.
Do you prefer your wife also be a virgin, or it doesn't matter?
To me, it doesn't matter. I mean, because I know that more than likely my wife probably will not be a virgin. But I don't want to go. I don't want to go to like a Greensboro Swarm game with my fiance and she knows the starting five. Personally, personally, you know.
And now for your Greensboro Swarm. And she's like, "Hey, I know him. I saw him at the Motel 6."
No, when all five of them come out, they turn around and say, "Hey, sweetie," they all at the same time. Yeah, that's a
Or
problem.
she probably's got like, you know, personal handshakes with all five of us. You know?
Or they all got a name tattooed on their shoulder. Yeah, that's a bad deal right there.
Okay, so there's still some kind of compromise in there.
Yes,
but
yes,
I know,
there
like
is.
having conversations where, a long time ago when I was, one of my students,
Students.
yeah, I taught a little class or whatever, but she.
We'll come
and
back to
her
that.
husband-
We are coming back to that, ladies and
She,
gentlemen.
she was preparing to get married and she was still a virgin, and the guy that she was marrying was also a virgin at
Oh,
that
really?
time. But they were like in their early 20s.
Oh, okay.
So they were waiting for. They had dated all throughout high school.
Oh, really?
And everything. So they were waiting till they got married, and I thought that was good that she waited, and that's what we were teaching them, to kind of stay in that realm of waiting. So.
Okay.
I can respect that.
Now, my question to you, Chris, is let's say when that time does come, you get married and you have your first time, and it isn't what you expected. What are your intentions after that fact? Are you going to be in a place to where you can work on it to figure out what we need to do to make this better? Or, I mean,
Yeah, I will. Because, you know, you make that vow till death do us part. So that means
true.
no matter what you do, whether it's
Look at Chris speak of that gospel. Pastor Chris, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm one of those people that I want to make sure that when I'm dating somebody or when I'm married, that my significant other is pleased emotionally,
Exactly.
physically.
Yes.
So I want to make sure that I'm doing what they want and that they're doing what I want.
Nice.
And also,
I like
since it's going to be my first time, I'm really not going to have that much expectations. Other than I hope I don't. It's not a 2-hitter quitter or something like that.
that.
you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
So
It's probably gonna go off pretty quick.
yeah. If
Yeah.
so, then
Not if he's well trained.
Google.
He can train himself.
That's true. You can train yourself. That's right. She got a class.
So I got a question.
She had a
Okay.
class.
I got a question. So being that you haven't done anything, do you put your have you is it difficult for you to go out of town with women? Because I mean, let's be honest. I have I had a friend that he waited till he got married, but there was a situation that the girl and him decided to go out of town for an evening, and she had the Victoria's Secret lingerie on. And he didn't do anything because he was like, "Yo, I'm waiting till I'm married," and she got mad because she's like, "Yo, we went out of town. I done got this lingerie."
But then her mind went in the right way.
yeah. Also, did
That's-
she know that's what he?
That's
how
a
he was?
communication thing.
I don't know. I mean, he's married now. Been married about. I mean, he's married somebody else. I've been married about 3 years.
That right there is a communication and connection thing, because people say what they want to say. When you with somebody, dating, talking, fuck buddy, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah, thanks for saying the F word.
The F
Thanks.
word. Sorry, we don't talk about. We'll come back to that too. But when you have that, or friends with benefits, that's what I should say.
Right.
When somebody wants you in that way. I mean, they usually give signals or whatever that okay, maybe if I try this, how would she react? If I try this, how would she react? They give you those signals if they're not feeling you like that.
But he could have been feeling her, but his plan was to wait till he was married. If they had that conversation prior, she should not have tried to tempt him.
That cat box is probably purring though. Mom's like, meow, meow.
If someone tells you that's their plan, don't tempt them.
Don't tempt them.
Right.
You're right.
Don't tempt
I agree.
them. Because
I totally agree.
temptation is hard. And serious, you try not to be tempted into certain things.
Yeah, especially that.
The way she was looking like
Hard. I thought she was gonna start crying. Mine's getting emotional the first time.
What more do you want from me?
But temptation is let me ask you this, Chris. How do you deal with the temptation? Because I'm sure you date.
Not right now, no, unfortunately.
At all?
No, I mean,
Besides phone conversation, whatever.
yeah, I'm not dating anybody right now. No.
Okay.
But dealing with temptation, I just let them know. I mean, there have been times where I've been dating someone and we sleep in the same bed, and
It's possible you can do
and just to be.
Just adjust my mic. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, sure you are. I mean, I've got the willpower, but there are times where I'm like, just to be safe, you sleep under the covers, I'll sleep on top, or vice versa. Because one of the girls that I dated, she gets very hot very quickly, so she sleeps on the top cover.
Oh, I'm sorry, I went another way. No. I'm listening.
I'm one of those people
Degrees.
Yeah, got you.
Not
You mean body temp?
Put out the bed, and that's how, because I get hot.
Okay.
Something has to stay cold on me.
No, when he said she get hot, it just
I thought you're right. I mean, we
Her
got a
body
couple content.
Yeah, her
body
body
there you go.
temperature
We good.
rises. There you go.
And
exponentially.
There you go.
But we are inappropriate friends.
Closed caption available, everybody. All right.
But her body temperature rises, so she sleeps on top of the covers, and I'll sleep. And I'm cold natured and take blood thinner, which is another conversation.
Yeah, I know the blood thinner situation.
So I sleep under the covers. So that's how. And also, there were times where, if it was only one bed, I'd sleep on the floor because I don't mind sleeping on the floor because I can sleep wherever. I can sleep on the couch. I can sleep on the floor.
Hold up, bro.
Hey, you take the bed, be comfortable. I'll take the floor. I'm comfortable too. Just make sure I got a pillow and a.
We out of town.
What a gentleman would
We
do.
out of town. I'm not being we sleep. We share the bed or something. I'm not sleeping on the floor.
He's a horror.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not sleeping on the floor.
A gentleman would, like you said, make the necessary adjustments. When he's a whole nother category. Yeah.
I'm beginning to think Nick D is not a gentleman.
His name is Nick D. What does the D stand for?
I guess it's last
Giving him the
name.
cherry. That's what taking the cherries.
Toast to that.
But nah, so I'm just respectable. I'm not gonna. We can sit here and drink all day long. I respect it for you. You're commendable, bro. Cause me, I'm laying in the bed with some chick.
It's going down.
And he's gonna try to get some.
Unless she has her visitor once a month, I'm gonna try something.
Why can't we just lay in the bed together without you trying to take my cat?
It depends on the conversation. If the conversation is
You want
intriguing,
it?
we can talk. I'm saying if we lay in the bed and we're having a great conversation, that depending on what we're talking about is going to take my mind off of
No,
it.
we're just going to sleep. It's time to go to bed. Night, sleep. You go sleep, I go sleep.
Okay, now we got the clothes on.
We got clothes on there.
I ain't talking about getting up with no nightie on. We got on jeans and t-shirts, and we lay in the bed. That's the only way I can do it. I'm just putting it
If
out
we
there.
laid in the bed, I'm sorry. If we laid in the bed, you have clothes. What do you wear to go to bed?
Yeah, that was my next question.
Pajama pants and a tank top.
But what happens when you put the pajama pants on?
I put them on to cover.
What happens to your booty when you put on?
Do you put
pajama
anything
pants?
under the pajama pants? Are you wearing
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes.
Even if you wear underwear,
Yeah.
if you have on a thong
No, I
and
don't
you
wear
put
those.
on I didn't say you did, but you know what's gonna happen. If you have a thong on and you put on pajama pants, what does your booty do? Even if you're standing still, if you have a booty,
My butt's big anyway, so it's gonna show.
what is it
It's
going to
gonna show.
do?
It's gonna show.
Okay, so
Are you expecting me to lay in the bed with you?
Yeah, take a butt to sleep.
We go to commercial because we got to talk. We got.
I'm touching something. I'm sorry. I don't care if I'm touching something or
now. Could I do it? I guess I really don't know because I've never been in that position. And like I said, I've done it for. I waited for years at a time before, so I can't. I won't sit there and say that I can't do it. I've just never been in that position.
You just don't. You just like Chris said, it's a will thing.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can. Like, it's not like something that you have to be up in some cat if you just laying in the bed. You can lay in the bed and not touch a person. You can lay in the bed and cuddle and not have sex. Like, why are we so stuck?
You're right. No, you're right. I agree. You are right. But at the same time, I had a chick that I was talking to, and she was like, we're not gonna sleep together anymore until we're serious. So
well, she messed up sleeping with you the first time.
Yeah, it's already been sniffed.
So she.
But she said,
that's like
this was the
dog
conversation. So we laid in the bed. She was like, I'm getting ready to go. She was like, well, you don't have to leave. You know, you could stay tonight. Then I stayed the night. I laid on my side. She laid on her. She was like, well, you can hold me. She was like, there's nothing wrong with holding me. So I tried to I held her on her waist. She kept putting my hand on her boobs.
Temptation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm good. She was like, you can hold my breast. It's okay. At that point, no. That my manly.
I mean, it's like, well, that's different. That's somebody tempting you right there. But like Chris said, it's like a temptation thing, kind of like I don't know, like not eating meat. But it's, I mean, it can be. It's as hard as it is. It can be done. It can be done.
So we know you're abstaining, which is commendable. A round of applause for you.
Thank you.
What about celibacy? What about celibacy? Are you okay with celibacy? Like saying,
I've done it. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. It's, you can't, like, we were talking about earlier. You can't take a break from one and then go to the other, and you're not practicing anything. You're just going from a man to a woman or whatever, because times have changed now.
You're right. I got no plea girls.
Yeah, exactly.
They say they celibate, but they messing with girls.
Exactly. So
no, that ain't celibate
at all. So I mean, it's just all about that person. If you're gonna practice it, make sure you do your research and know exactly what you're practicing. In my opinion, because I can sit and say all day, yeah, I'm celibate. I'll be celibate for the next 2 weeks, but it doesn't work that way.
I've done it. I did 2 years, and I actually had a mentor during my time period.
That helped. I had a mentor also.
I had someone who, like, if I felt the need, I would talk to her, and she would kind of reel me in, and we would have conversations about how to deal with it. Mm-hmm. So it is, if you're gonna do it, do have someone that's gonna hold your hand, because it is something that is hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard, because sex is in everything, no matter what.
Everything.
Music, television,
cartoons.
Like SpongeBob.
Yes.
SpongeBob's got sex stuff,
yes.
sexual innuendos in it now.
So
I'm waiting for Dora to have sexual innuendos.
Seriously, dude?
Oh
my goodness.
They're gonna do a lot of exploring. I thought Diego was your cousin. It's crazy.
3 times removed.
It's crazy. TV and everything is just crazy now, man. And even the cartoons can't even say certain things because they say that it's gay or whatever. It's crazy.
It's everywhere, so it's hard.
Yes.
And so when I would talk to her, I would be like, look, I might talk on to her like one day, like, I'm struggling with this feeling. Mm-hmm. And she was like, you got to get some new hobbies. You got to do some things that, you may not, that will take your mind off of it. As most know, I write a blog.
Because cold showers don't work.
No, and no hot showers work either. Massages, they don't work.
They don't work.
What about self-love?
And so that's what she and I talked about once. I was like, is it okay if I love on myself? And she was like, it's you. You can do that. You're abstaining from sex from other people, so you can love on yourself. So that's when I learned that I could burn up stuff.
You gotta take the batteries by the bed.
Exactly. That's what it is.
And be like, what?
So let's ask Chris, if you don't mind me asking. I know you're abstaining from this sexual aspect, but do you sometimes feel like you can give yourself,
What do you do in the meantime?
I get to know myself a little better.
Nice. All right.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
We know you ain't an alien. You good.
I mean, because even though it hasn't happened, I'm just like I'm human.
You're human. Exactly.
I have urges, and there are times where an urge arises, and so I take care of it.
So you watch Jenna? You seen Jenna a lot? Jenna Jameson?
No, not Jenna. I'm not a big Jenna fan. To be honest with you.
You gonna really call out names, dude? Really?
Shout out to Jenna. Yeah.
Oh my God! But yeah, I get it. You say you did it for 2 years. I did it for 3, but Vaseline stock was up for those 3 years. I mean,
you say I don't. You say I don't know Jenna, but I know. Hey, I know Cherokee. I feel like I know Cherokee enough.
Like
Jada.
Yeah, Jada Fire.
Yeah, Jada's fire.
As
Yeah.
you see, I'm not flinching. But like that's when you start to learn a little bit about yourself, because in that time period you're learning you. And you learn the things that you like, and you learn the things that what takes you there. That's why I said if he's practicing on himself, he understands
What it's gonna take.
what it's gonna take to get to that point. Like we all have our numbers, like Cat Williams said. Like we know our numbers.
That's true.
So,
That is true.
and so I 2 years, and I one night I remember calling my mentor, and she was like, "What is wrong with you? Why are you crying on this phone?" Because I was like, I don't know what to do. Is it okay?
Please, can I touch myself? What am I supposed to do?
Please, just one time. Just touch down there, please. Just one time. Just touch down there. It'll be all right. And then you just touch down there and just whoosh. You know that bag just be like, oh.
She was like, "Girl, go buy you a toy or something." I was like, "Again?" And she was like, "You got excited too much for that little piece." I was like, "You just don't understand," because at that point, I think I was about 6 months in, and you know how sometimes if you don't get none, you get a nasty attitude because you're frustrated.
That's true.
And your frustrations are building. And
Yeah.
It's like a tight feeling in your chest, and
Yeah.
I had reached my breaking point.
I done made a whole flower bed before.
And
We ain't had no flowers. I just made a bed. It was just bricks, dirt. I didn't have no flowers. I was like, that's a nice flower bed, bro.
And she was like, "You can let some steam out the pot. It's okay." Because, if you recognize some women, like, why they got an ass attitude, because one thing, you had nothing in a while.
Yeah,
But, yeah, she said, "Let some steam out the pot. You'll be okay."
that's
I was
good.
like, "Okay, great." And then the next day, I was in the store just buying up.
Buying up everything you buy.
but
That would look good. That would look good.
People are so against, having, like you said, a mentor or just have. You can have that one close friend that you can talk to. Well, let me change that, because none of my friends will help me out.
I'm about to say, J-Rock, I'm not talking to you about, hey, man, just go beat your meat, bro.
But yeah, exactly. That ain't gonna help. But I mean, it's like that's what I had. I had a friend of mine that kind of helped me through it, because I was going through a whole lot more, and I was talking about that, and I said, well, if I'm not gonna do it, is it all right to do that if I'm trying to self-heal myself or whatever? He was like, yeah. So I did the next thing. Went straight to Sam to see what the biggest tube they had of lubricant. Or whatever. And it was pretty good. That was pretty good 3 years, but that gets old after a while. So for you to be, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'll be 35 this year.
35 this year.
35
Everybody,
strong.
all single ladies, 35 strong.
35 strong.
Many
You about to be like AC Green, bro.
Many have tried and all have failed. I just
Wow.
Yeah, so like that's why I asked him about the temptation. Like, it's out there. We know it's out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And he has done awesome. Because I had already known his age before you asked. 'Cause I asked questions. And so, yeah, like that, because that's good. Man.
Oh
I
yeah.
wished.
Yeah. It's one of them things.
I coulda, shoulda.
I said, man, AC Green, if he met you, he would be proud of you, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I will say this too about, we were talking about celibacy time. I had a conversation with a young lady who told me that she was celibate from dudes for 3 years, but a female relationship too. I'm a little confused by that.
Because you're not celibate.
No.
You just testing the water on each side. That's like me saying, okay, I'm gonna go swimming. I can't swim. Well, let me go to 5 feet and see if I can swim. I'm gonna see if I can swim in 3 feet or 5 feet. You can't swim. What does it matter?
Yeah.
So-
But she got the ring. Like, she showed me the ring, and she was like, I got the cross on it. And she was like, yo, I'm not having sex anymore until I find that right person. But she was like, but I be wanting to F the ish out of people. And you know me, I was like, so what's up?
You know what? I remember when I started wearing my ring or whatever, and my ex sent me a text message, and he was like, "What? You're engaged? You're getting married now?" Because it was on this finger, and it's I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but because I wear it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like 5 diamonds across, and it's gold. And I only wear it on this hand. And so
What is the ring?
it's silver ring.
Oh, okay, so okay.
So-
You didn't say that. We got
Yeah, I seen him. I seen him,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
And so he was like, "What? You're engaged?" I said, "Sir, get out my text message." I said, "Does it matter to you?" This is one of the long distance situations.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Does it matter to you? We're not even together." I said, "I'm celibate at this point." What?
No cherries for him.
Yeah, to your talking about to your
Might need to take a
things
commercial
you
break.
said.
Or
It
just
was
take some of
saying
hers.
that females look both ways. That's what it was saying. And it said women aged from 15 to 44 were more likely to have same-sex experiences during their time of being
It's like a phase.
a virgin or in celibacy. Because they don't, when you're thinking about sex, it's penetration. So you're not going to get a penetration from a woman. Like, it's between men and women.
That's true.
So they were saying that sometimes women go that route to kind of save themselves.
But you still.
So Jarvis, if I ever decide to be celibate, no. No. You my boy, but no.
But I mean, even if it is, if a woman decides to be with another woman, you still are engaging in sexual activity. So it still falls under like temptation, and I mean, it may not be penetration from a man, but I know all women like different stuff. There's some form of penetration that will go on.
But it's not looked at as that way for whatever reason.
Wow.
I guess I had to see it on camera that way I can make a determination of what's going on.
I had a friend who switched over from dating women to dating men. And it had been like 10 years since she had dated a man. And like the first time that she had sex again, she said it felt like it was still like in our virgin status.
So it's been 10 years since she had some pain and she didn't know how to.
I had a visual. Just need to pray on this commercial break.
We do need a drink refill.
Yeah. That's
so we're
take
gonna
us
pause
out.
for that drink refill.
We'll be right back.
See, same sex, but I just thought it was weird because she was like, she was being celibate from dudes and girls, but then she was like, but then she told me later that night, she was like, yo, if I wasn't, I would definitely try you. And I was like, my inappropriateness almost came out and be like, well, let's go. I mean, we down the street, we just go to the car real quick, but I didn't do anything, so I felt good. So,
Wow.
I
don't know. I ain't that experience. I ain't never been in a situation, where I was with somebody and didn't try anything.
I've never been. That's what I've never been in that either.
Yeah.
Like, even when I went to a wedding with this girl who I just met maybe a week before, I still smashed that night. Yeah, it was just like we were hanging out and I just tried it and she kissed me back. I
just feel like you should be ashamed of yourself, man.
Y'all didn't have a conversation about it, no nothing?
No, we were talking and we were cool and we went to I was in a wedding, my homeboy got married. The same guy I was just telling you about with the Vicky Secret, he got married. I was in the wedding. We got the room together and one thing led to another and we got it in.
I just don't understand how. I don't get it.
What's that?
My girls share they pum
One
pum
night
like
stand?
that.
No, not necessarily. I've never had one of those.
Yeah. Glad you cleaned that.
So,
No cherries for that, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm going to take a big gulp on that one.
I don't deal with those.
Yeah.
But if I know that if I don't want to have sex with you, I'm not gonna have sex with you.
Right.
You ever realize when y'all think about it, yeah, you're sitting there touching or something or whatnot. She may not want to, but she kind of gives into it because you're touching and you're feeling on stuff.
But I mean, if you want it, no mean no. I mean, if
Me
we
too.
kissing, touching,
Time's up. That movement now. Yeah, you're right.
we can be butt balling naked on the couch. If she say no, oh well. I see you tomorrow. I'll call you when I'm gonna be mad.
But she can't say tonight. You're just gonna leave. You're not gonna try to like. I don't understand why y'all can't just lay in the bed with somebody and just cuddle.
Oh no! I'm saying on the inside, you gotta hold that on the inside because you're with this person for a reason, and we getting hot and heat and everything. She said, "You know what? I'm not ready." You have to respect it. and we get dressed and I'm gonna be mad, and I'm gonna bring it up later on after we do it. But
it depends on if I'm at her house, I might go skeet on her pillow.
let me go take a shower right quick.
Wow.
I gotta go pee for the. I gotta go pee for the third time in 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, I might go skeet on that. I did that before. Skeet on the girl. Yeah, I did. I skied on this girl's pillows and like, hey, I gotta go. And she called me and she's like, what is this on my pillows?
Not bad. Now I got a question for you, Chris. Now, and once again, if you don't mind me asking, do you watch porn?
I have, yes.
Now, what are your favorite sites?
My favorite sites?
You know what? Let me ask you this. What is your number one site?
I don't have one. I mean,
you watch that many, Chris? No,
not that I watch that many. It's just that when the urge arises, and I might need a little bit of.
Oh hell! All you gotta do is type X in the Google bar, and something gonna come up. It don't matter what it is.
X videos.
Yeah, animals. I ain't not watched it. I heard about it, but I'm just saying.
Hey, I don't know about X videos.
Yeah, exactly. Never watched
or
those.
Atlanta's Big Boobs. Or Plumper Pass.
Now, when it comes to that, because I know you're a man of the Bible, it says that that's a form of lust.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I feel the same way, and that's why I do my darndest not to go on those.
Okay.
And also there are times where, the urge arises and I stay away from it because that apparently, it also says that is abomination as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I
thought not watching porn would help because I know if I'm looking at porn, I'm lusting. So if I just close my eyes and think about it, that's really not. I'm having sex with myself. Okay, all right.
It's still sexual desire.
Okay, I'm glad we got that cleared up. So I know to understand it now.
But also when
go to hell.
There are times when the urge arises, and I even go away from that. I make sure that I get away from whatever is making me feel that way. That's giving me the urge. If I see something on TV,
like a love scene on TV or something like that,
or I'm watching like HBO and there's some show that I'm watching and all of a sudden turn the channel or go outside, go for a drive, something like that.
Okay. Now what if you don't have no gas in the car and it's like the end of the work week, you don't get paid the next week.
Go for a
Just
jog
go for
around
a
the
jog or
block.
walk. Okay, that's why you probably work out or something like that. I forgot what my next question would be. I guess we got
Now,
cherries.
I will say this though.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
I will say this. There was a time where I actually was going to it was going to be my first time.
Mm-hmm.
It was with my ex-girlfriend that I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with. I told her I want to marry you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. She came to visit. Y'all were talking about long distance relationships. She lived in Arizona. She came to visit, and she was also a virgin, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, and we decided to actually give ourselves to one another, but it just didn't work out.
Wow.
I don't understand what that means. I don't give a damn.
What's your question, sir?
I don't understand it just didn't work out. What does that mean?
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen that night, sir.
It didn't happen
Yeah.
that night.
It could have been her. Could have been him. Something just didn't happen.
Well,
between-
if you don't mind us asking, what happened? Was it just you? Did y'all get cold feet, or you just was like, we don't want to do this?
No, we were willing to give it to each other. It was just since we were both virgins, unfortunately, we really didn't know.
Didn't know what to do.
We didn't know what to do. We didn't know how to do the entire.
It's awkward.
It was. I always say it like this. It was operator incompetence.
Okay.
I had no idea what I was doing.
This may be inappropriate. I'm saying I'm looking at it this way. He may put it in the wrong hole and that just stopped everything.
No, actually. It wasn't that.
Okay. That's
No.
that's why I said I could be totally wrong, but that's the way I'm. But I see what you're saying now. Okay, I thought it was the wrong hole or didn't
But
fit.
let me ask you this though. I got to ask this. I know we're getting close to time too. I got to ask this. Do you feel as oral sex is still a form of sex? Because there are some people that believe, hey, I can go down, put my mouth on this dude as long as I don't let him in the cherry.
That's true.
It's still, to me, I think that's still sex. Because even during my celibacy period, I wouldn't even allow that.
That cat box wasn't getting ate, huh?
No, with nothing.
Wow.
See how she said? She was like,
During that time, I tried not to date. I tried not to tempt myself. All of that. I tried my best.
I guess I did pretty good, but like I said, that stock, but say I had a Sam's card then, and I mean everything.
Your Vaseline, right?
Everything come in
should have
bulk.
invested in stock and Vaseline.
Exactly. Everything come in bulk, and them 3 years, boy, man. That's all I say
It was
about
empty,
that.
was it?
Yes, pretty much. Yes.
I mean,
But I commend you on that, brother. I really do. That takes a strong individual for that.
I definitely wish that I had waited a little bit longer. Maybe not this long. I probably would have been married and stuff by now.
Yeah. If I would have waited that long, then I know that it's gonna be, like you said, marriage and but I guess that would be the downside to me is if I done waited this long, kept myself on the straight and narrow, whatever. I want that person to be the same way, which is rare.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, you got to go to Jupiter or Pluto to find the right person.
I know we're short on time because I'm gonna tell y'all about this article I once read. The young lady, she was she a virgin? She was either a virgin or she had been celibate for like 10 years, somewhere in there. And when she and her husband got married, it was their first time. She is not satisfied. And so she wrote into one of my blogger friends, and she was like, hey, look, I'm not being satisfied. I'm tempted on leaving my marriage because I'm not satisfied in
was
this
that an
way.
article that you posted on social media? Because I saw that recently.
It was within the course of the last month or so.
Yeah, it was an article about that. I saw a lady put it that she wasn't satisfied and she was
gonna leave her husband because of it. Is that something? I know we talked about it earlier. You said that you're gonna do what you need to do to try to satisfy. But that's something that really does stick in the back of your mind that you either because she's not communicating to her spouse that she's not satisfied.
That's what I'm about to say.
That's
I'm
what
sorry.
that is. So you feel like your wife should be able to come to you and communicate with you and say, hey, look, you ain't doing this right. Do it this way. And she may not even know what she's doing, what may be right or wrong. It's just trial and error type stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way it should be. I mean, that's what a marriage is, and any type of relationship, whether it's mother, father, friends, whatever. It's all about communication. And if I'm not satisfying my significant other, I want her to let me know. But I don't want her to be like, "Hey, you ain't doing this."
You don't want to be rude.
Yeah, sit down and have a conversation.
Or even
or a cocktail.
or even during the intimacy,
Let me know.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah.
Like if I'm performing oral sex on you and you can just do it subtly, like move my head to the to one side or whatever needs to be done.
Google it.
Which we talked about. You could teach your partner.
Exactly.
Right?
And to me if you going at it, if like you said, if your partner comes to you and just like what she just said, that I'm not satisfied, that's to me, then the focus is in the wrong place. And you can not saying that that's what she based her marriage off of, but and I'm not saying that sex ain't important, because Lord knows it's a great part of your marriage. But if you put your sole focus on that and you don't have any type of connection, it's not gonna work anyway. So that's the way I feel about it. Because what if something happens to you physically and you can't do it anymore? Then you got to find other ways to do it. So that's all about if you want to keep your marriage too.
Well, that's what's up, man. So we've heard from everybody. Like I said, go ahead and plug. You got anything you want to plug, Chris, while you're here?
Actually, the only thing that I got is my me and my best buddy's Facebook page. Shameless plug. It's the Chris and Kenny Show. That's me and my best buddy Kenny, just talking about random stuff. And that's about it. Just shout out to you for letting me be on, y'all for letting me be on the show. I greatly appreciate it.
No problem, Doc. Appreciate you coming, man.
No problem, man.
As always, Amaz, go ahead and let them know real quick before we go to the last call.
Okay. Well, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. It's down here.
Somewhere down there.
Somewhere at the bottom.
And make sure you click the bell for the notifications to be the first ones to see that we have a new episode for Cocktails and Convos.
All right, so y'all check it out. We'll be back with the last call right here on Cocktails and Convos. D.
Image all day.
JROC.
This is Cocktails and Convos with our special guest, Chris. So anybody have any last remarks they want to say before we get up out of here? You want to start? We're going to start with the lady first.
No, that's right. Ladies first.
If you have decided that you want to wait, continue to wait, stay strong in your faith. If you've decided to be celibate, you have friends, talk to them and give them a call and they'll talk you through it. You can call me because I'm not as inappropriate as these guys may think. But
You see my face?
But yeah. Chris doesn't think I'm inappropriate.
I thought you were calling me inappropriate.
Well, of course, we want to thank our man Chris for coming by, chilling with us, and we'd love to have you back sometime, man. And I commend you on your journey, and I wish you luck. I mean, that takes a strong individual to do what you're doing.
Appreciate it.
You got any last remarks you want to say to the people?
No, just if you can stay the way you are, stay like that. But like you say, use protection if the urge comes.
That's right, y'all. No sex is the safest sex, but if you have sex, wear a latex because you don't want to get the I'm latex. You don't want to get the I'm burning text. And if you're being like Chris, you ain't got to worry about that text at all. So, it's your boy Nick D.
Image all day.
JROC.
And this is Cocktails and Convos.